The Assassin's Creed franchise has always been one of my favorites. From parkouring across rooftops, to massive battles, to exploring some of history's most iconic locations, sadly, over the last few years, Ubisoft has moved the series away from what so many of us grew up loving. But today, we're going back to one of the best, because today we're going to 100% complete Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. That's right, the brand new remake is finally here, and honestly, it looks incredible. From exploring the open seas, to seeing Edward Kenway shirtless, to getting absolutely destroyed in ship battles. I died. That was so oh my god! I always get one down and then I'm dead. Like... So to begin our journey, we're immediately thrown into one of the most iconic openings in the franchise, a massive nighttime naval battle. After fighting our way through numerous ships, we're introduced to Duncan Walpole, who's honestly a strong contender for the worst assassin in history. The battle ends with a huge explosion. Before the game suddenly throws us back in time, here we're introduced to our main character, Edward Kenway, who is an absolute legend in the Assassin's Creed franchise. These opening flashbacks show us exactly why he set out to become a pirate in the first place, chasing wealth so he can consider himself worthy of Caroline. Back in the present, Edward ends up washed up on shore alongside Duncan, who reveals he's on his way to Havana to deliver important items to the governor there. After chasing Duncan throughout the island, we do eventually catch up to him. This leads into a boss fight, baby! Yep, lock on. Oh, 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 oh. Oh! Oh! Yeah! Okay, yeah, he still sucks. After defeating him, we discover a letter explaining that a generous reward awaits in Havana if Duncan delivers some important items. Since Edward will do just about anything for a bag of coins, he steals everything including Duncan's identity and decides to claim the reward himself, which then leads into our first stealth section, where after sneaking past and knocking out a few guards, we meet Stede Bonnet, one of the best side characters who make this game amazing. We become best friends instantly, and man, I hope nothing happens to him later in the game. Anyways, we then borrow his ship to sail all the way to Havana, and that's when the beautiful title card hits. Oh! Once arriving in Havana, we pretty much help Stede out with a few minor tasks while also getting a tour of the city. Soon after, Stede gets his pouch of money stolen, and after getting it back, we unlock our first combat trophy of the game, which was completely by accident. Oh! Back to the wall. Kill an enemy with the wall takedown. Oh my... Oh, a sea shanty. Get back here. Oh, another trophy. Yo ho. Learn a new shanty. After all of that, we decide to head to a bar to drink down our sorrows, but before we could even do that, we end up in a bar fight, and after making quick work of everyone, the authorities show up, and so we run. An epic chase scene across the rooftops. Nah, I'm just kidding. Once we finally lose them, we unlock the first story trophy of the game. And just lively Havana. Get a tour of Havana. During our confrontation with the drunkards at the bar, all our gear was confiscated, and obviously we need it back before meeting the governor. And to do so, it's time for everyone's favorite mission. Tailing missions. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, they are back. They make a return. But seriously, all jokes aside, these missions have been completely overhauled. They're a lot shorter than the original, and more importantly, you no longer get desynced if you're spotted. If you've played the original Black Flag, you'll know just how painful those missions used to be. After making our way to the fortress where all our gear is being kept, we steal everything back and finally head off to meet the governor. Here we meet two important characters, Julian Ducasse and Woodes Rogers. So, all the way up to this point, we actually don't have hidden blades, since we threw Duncan Duncans away. So we're given a brand new pair. Before we can leave though, we have to prove we actually know how to use them by demonstrating a few different assassinations. Honestly, it felt like we were a pet they could just order around. After all of that, we finally meet Governor Torres, who turns out to be a Grand Master of the Templar Order. You know, the main bad guys in every game. During the meeting, we hear about the observatory, which quickly becomes Edward's next big target, and the only person capable of finding it is a man known as a Sage. While escorting the Sage, we're ambushed by the assassins, meaning we have no choice but to fight them, which definitely won't have any repercussions later in the story. After protecting Torres and successfully chasing down the Sage who managed to escape, the governor wraps up our little boys get together, and after everything that we just went through, we were awarded with 1,000 reals. You know, after everything we just did, fought assassins, chased after the Sage, I think we just got robbed blind. Anyways, the next mission has us breaking back into the compound to kidnap the Sage for ourselves. But that plan falls apart almost immediately. Not only is the Sage already gone, but the Templars also discover that we aren't actually the assassin we said we were. Naturally, we're captured and thrown aboard one of Torres' ships. It's here that we meet Adewale, a soon-to-be quartermaster. Before long, we rescue a few pirates, kill the captain, steal the ship for ourselves, and finally make our escape. Ubisoft. Oh, Epoxy Bird. Captain your own ship. After finally gaining access to the open world and taking command of the Jackdaw, our first stop was a nearby island. Did I need that iguana? Oh my god, it's a turtle. Oh, you can feed it? Oh my god. Here the game teaches us about hunting, and after skinning a few unlucky animals, we unlocked the crafting system and upgraded our first piece of gear, earning us another trophy. Smooth operator. Craft an item. From there, we sail over to another major city called Nassau, where we meet a few of our pirate friends who pretty much teach Edward how to actually be a pirate. While we were there, we kill British soldiers, rescue captured pirates, sink a few Spanish ships. We're also introduced to warehouse raids. They are the exact same as the original game. Sneak in, find the key, loot the warehouse, and get out. The only difference is that this time they're actually important because collectibles are tied to them, which definitely didn't become the bane of my existence later on. Anyways, after sinking even more Spanish ships, we unlock another trophy. Oh, a trophy. Not so little, friend. Unlock the secondary firing mode on a Jackdaw weapon. After all of that, our next objective is called the Old Cove, where we finally get to settle into our new home. There's just one small problem. It's already occupied by Julian Ducasse, one of the Templars we met back in Havana. There's really only one thing left to do here. It's assassin time, baby. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna get spotted. Oh no, I'm spotted. How? Oh no. Ow. Get over here. Oh, okay, he just bitched that. Ooh!
Such skill demands the plow.
Oh my god, oh my... Oh! No! What?
Time we...
That was kind of smooth, but not really. But hey, we did it. With our first target finally taken care of, we're given a tour of our new home. It might not look like much right now, but trust me, this place ends up playing a huge role later in the game. After settling in, another story trophy pops. Oh! Walls that hold back the wind. Settle in a new home. Complete sequence 4, memory 1. I decided it was time to take a break from the main story and explore the open world. Let me just clarify a few things. Visually, this game looks the best. From sailing the seas to exploring every island, this game had absolutely everything. And while I was exploring many of the islands, I ended up picking up another trophy. Ooh. Owned. Complete every activity in a single location. One of the many side activities in this game is called naval convoys. There are two ways to find them. Either pay 100 reals at a tavern for their location, or stumble across them while exploring the open world. Once you board one, you'll earn yourself another trophy. Oh, strike the colors. Board a lead convoy ship. One thing I haven't talked about that's new to the remake is the addition of ship officers. The first questline that I did jump into was for Lucy Baldwin. I won't show any of the new side content since I'd rather you experience it for yourself. Anyways, after each quest, you'll unlock a brand new upgrade for the Jackdaw. And after completing Lucy's quest, you'll unlock the ability to perfect brace. With that now available, I was able to earn my next trophy.
Batten yourself!
Oh! Hold on. Old Ironsides. Perform 3 perfect braces. Still exploring this stunning world, I stumbled across another activity that earned me the Articles of Agreement trophy. Oh, Articles of Agreement. Ensure the survival of all pirates in a street fight. Not long after that, I tackled Templar hunts. They're pretty self-explanatory. You work through a short quest line before eventually taking down a Templar target. The one I chose somehow turned into a full-blown family drama. But after wrapping it up, I walked away with yet another trophy. Ooh, help a brother out. Complete a Templar hunt sequence. I also earned another trophy for spending 50,000 reals. After that, I completed another officer questline, this time for a guy named Padre. Again, I won't spoil any of the new content. And upon completing his quest, we were rewarded with the dash ram. As for the trophy Return the Favor, I actually got it completely by accident. Oh, return, whoa, hold on. Return the Favor. Dash ram a ramming brig. Jumping back into the main story, we make our way over to Tulum. As soon as we arrive, I picked up another combat trophy. And 4! Ooh, let me explain. After a perfect parry, perform a total of 4 takedowns. Shortly after, we finally met with the assassins, and it doesn't exactly go well. I mean, we did kill a bunch of them back in Havana. And to make things even worse, we also handed the Templars a map, showing where all the hideouts are. So yeah, safe to say they're not exactly thrilled to see us. James Kidd then leads us through some ancient ruins filled with those famous puzzles, which I definitely didn't struggle with back in the day. This whole mission is basically one massive lore dump about the sage and the observatory. Nothing too exciting happened during this mission. However, in the second half we had to rescue the assassins and our crew after the Templars discovered their hideout. Once that was dealt with, it became pretty obvious we still weren't welcome here. On the way over to the next major mission, I picked up yet another combat trophy. Whoa. Wait, what was this? Matador. Dodge a total of 3 charge attacks by a wild pig. We're then introduced to a few more of our pirate friends, who tell us they've heard Governor Torres is hiding out at a nearby fort with a huge stash of gold. Forts are honestly one of my favorite side activities in the game, and you'll need to capture every single one of them for a trophy. After taking the fort, we finally come face to face with Torres, only to discover that the gold we'd heard about is actually the ransom money for the sage, who's currently being held captive by a slaver named Lawrence Prince. Making our way over to Kingston, we met up with James Kidd, who was there to assassinate Prinz. Luckily, I managed to talk him out of it because we still need Prinz alive until we find the sage. We did eventually catch up to him, but apparently the 70-year-old man has absolute super hearing because out of everyone, he was the only one who realized we were following him. I did end up getting distracted once again, I know, I'm sorry. But hey, at least I managed to knock out 2 more combat trophies. Whoa, I got a trophy already? Silence, fool. Kill a guard ringing a bell. Oh! Gun kata. Use pistols to kill 4 enemies in a row within 5 seconds. Continuing the main story, we met back up with Kidd, and here comes the biggest twist yet. Oh yeah! She's a woman. Shortly after getting that massive reveal, we were then able to sneak inside Prince's compound, which eventually led us to taking him down. Shortly after ending him, it turned out the sage was actually working for him, which then led to us having to escape. The following quest, we finally met up with Blackbeard, and it turns out that back in Nassau, plague and sickness had spread throughout the land, and so we had to cure it. To do that, we first had to get ourselves a diving bell, which would allow us to go underwater and also happened to be needed for a certain trophy later in the game. After stealing ourselves a diving bell from a nearby camp, we eventually met back up with Blackbeard and a pretty familiar face.
Edward? Edward, is that you?
Oh my god, it's
My
Steed.
goodness,
After searching through shipwrecks underwater, we did eventually get some medicine. However, it wasn't good. So once again, we eventually met up with Blackbeard in Charlestown to acquire more medicine. After sneaking throughout the town with the help of this little cutie. Oh! Oh, shit! We eventually caught up with the captain, and upon game ending him, we were able to secure the medicine we were after. Back in Nassau, we managed to cure the sickness. However, peace wasn't long-lived because Captain Woodes Rogers eventually showed up in Nassau with a parley for any pirate who wanted it. You know, the other Templar we met way back in Havana. Also, he says it's a parley, but is it really a parley if he threatens to kill you? To find out more, we had to tail him, and well, it turns out I'm not so good at listening to directions. What? Oh, I have to stay my blade. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, okay, now I get it. Nope, that was my fault. Anyways, fast forward a bit later. We obviously weren't too happy about everything that was happening. However, before we could even escape, we first had to kill Commodore Chamberlain, since he was the one who wanted to wipe out all pirates. After making quick work of him, we filled up a ship with bombs, went full kamikaze on the brigade, and that eventually led to our escape. We then woke up next to a baddie, so I guess it was all worth it in the end. Moving on to the next mission. This is where we would meet Blackbeard in North Carolina to celebrate his retirement from piracy. However, during the celebration, Edward spotted a suspicious person, and so we followed him, and halfway through the tailing mission, I gained another combat trophy. Oh, the hangman. Killed 10 enemies by hanging them with the rope dart. We were then ambushed by the British Army, parkouring our way back to the Jackdaw, then fighting our way to safety. But with that came a heavy cost. Here we go. Oh man, my... No! Oh my... Blackbeard! My heart, but peak absolute cinema. In a world without gold, witness the end of a legend. Complete sequence 8, memory 1. Before moving on, I decided to check out a brand new side mission called Blackbeard's Treasure, which I'm pretty sure it's a new one. Anyway, while doing so, I got another trophy. Wait, Ed the Diver. Swim a total of 1,000 meters underwater, excluding underwater shipwrecks. Now, you may be thinking, things can't get any worse from here, right? Well, guess what? Remember this guy? Yeah, neither do I. However, the very next mission, he leads a mutiny against us and takes our ship, leaving us for dead on a stranded island where Charles Vane, who, by the way, goes absolutely crazy, forcing us to eventually take him down. So yeah, not only did Blackbeard die, but now 2 of our pirate buddies had turned on us. Actually, make that 3, since the next mission took us back to Havana, where Hornigold had decided to join the bad guys as well. So yeah, things did get absolutely worse. Now it was time to track down the Sage. Word out on the street says that he was last spotted in Africa on a slave ship called the Princess. So we traveled to Africa, snuck past a few guards, and oh, he's right there. After taking down both Templars on the island very stealthily, oh my, there is just so many. You know, we could have done this assassin-like, but you know what? Screw it. We eventually become best of friends, and Roberts finally agrees to take us to the observatory. Well, not exactly, because first we needed to retrieve blood vials, and in doing so, I popped another trophy. Oh, a trophy. Glutton for nourishment. Consume 20 food items. With all the preparations finally complete, we can now move on to our main objective, finding the observatory.
You were followed, Captain Kenway. How long for, I wonder?
It's Hornigold!
After eventually chasing and sinking his ship, we follow him to a nearby island, and this is where we finally take the trader down. Hello, look for your back. You know what I can do? Well, guess what? Obviously, you don't know what I can do. See you later. Before heading to the observatory, I achieved another trophy by taking it from the side. Oh! Oh, wait. Unsinkable. Was that a trophy? Survive a rogue wave taken from the side. Hey, yo. Finally, after all this time, we made it to the one thing we've been searching for the entire game. Surely nothing goes wrong. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Have you gone mad?
Yeah, this Sage was kind of a maniac, but I mean, at least we got in his good side beforehand. Yep. Yep. Following what just happened, we were turned over to the authorities and now Edward is scheduled to be hanged. However, we also find out that Mary and Anne have also been captured. Later that night, we are then rescued by the help of the assassins, allowing us to save Anne and Mary from the gallows. However, tragedy strikes once again. Oh, man. Man, this story is peak, but it's so heartbreaking. Entering the final part of the game, we take a trip back to Tulum, where we team up with the assassins to help bring down the final targets. And the first one we brought down was Rogers, where we stole some clothes, blended in, and finally took him out. Ooh, smooth. After that, we went back to Africa because we learned that Roberts was there again. And after getting betrayed like that, it was time to finally put him down. What the? What is happening over there? You spin my hair right around. Oh! Oh my god. Yeah! Yeah! Oh,
Always too
you deserve that. You
had
deserve
your
that.
time.
With Roberts now dead and the skull back in our possession, we make our way to Havana to kill Torres. Yep.
Christ.
Oh, here's the big boy. After taking out the big guy on our first try, I got you now. Don't talk too soon. Oh my god. It took me like 15 minutes just to figure out how to even like damage him. Oh, I got it in the bag this next time. Okay, second try. We were able to track down Torres, who was at the observatory, and after some unnecessary deaths, we finally made it to Torres and took him out, which eventually led us to the final story trophy. Ever a splinter. Stop a templar plot. Complete sequence 12, memory 5. It's over, isn't it? Oh, man. A round of applause for Ubisoft, I must say. After witnessing a peak of a main story, we ended up with 24 out of 50 trophies that are needed for the platinum. However, we were still missing 26 more trophies, and to attain them, well, we were in for a mighty treat, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no! So to kick things off, I decided to go for the last officer that was required for the trophy, and on my way there, I finally sent the last ship that was needed for my fleet. Oh, Collective Madness. Add one of each ship class to Kenway's fleet. Getting back to the last officer, I briefly touched up on them. So far, we have Lucy Baldwin, the Padre, and Anne Bonny, who eventually joined us after the main story. To pick up the last and final officer, to actually get him, we would need to complete the new side quest, A World Without Gold, which follows the man who killed Blackbeard, Robert Maynard. I obviously won't go into too much detail and spoil you guys, but I think you'll really enjoy it. It was definitely the best out of the 3. We did eventually meet the final officer that was required for the trophy. This man goes by Deadman, and to be honest, I think he just needs a hug. With all the new side quests now out of the way, we finally unlocked the trophy. But this one, ooh, all hands on deck. Recruit all officers. While I was in Great Inagua, I was finally rich enough to upgrade the hideout to the max level. I also got another trophy for equipping new cosmetics for the Jackdaw. The next combat trophy I decided to go for was called Hunter Hunted. It wasn't too hard since the pirate hunters aren't actually that difficult to fight. While going for that trophy, I also managed to pop yet another combat trophy. Oh wait, I did it! Over design. Kick a berserk enemy caught in smoke off a ship. Well, I didn't exactly kick him, but I will take it. Eventually, I did destroy a pirate hunter ship, and with that, I got the trophy for it. Hunter Hunted. Defeat a pirate hunter while at maximum wanted level. One thing I haven't touched up on was collectibles, and we know Ubisoft absolutely loves them.
Fun begins.
So the first set I went for was for searching and finding all treasure chests in the underwater shipwrecks. And oh my god, was it good. Now, I have praised a lot about this game, sailing the seas, traveling through cities, but none of that comes even close to how gorgeous the underwater exploration was. After exploring each shipwreck location, the last one we went to was called the Black Trench, which had 2 trophies connected to it. There we go, 7 deadly seas. Find all treasure chests in underwater shipwrecks. And I believe if I go over here, I will get reach the deepest point of the ocean. I think. Maybe? Is this the deepest part of the ocean? Am I supposed to do anything? Oh, there we go. Davy Jones' locker. Swim to the lowest point on the map. Sticking to the open seas, I decided to go and capture all the forts. And throughout the main game, I did manage to capture quite a few, which only left the harder ones down the bottom. And well, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm getting chased by pirate hunters. How am I meant to focus on them while also focus on the fort that's shooting barrages of freaking... Oh my god! Yeah, turns out you need a pretty leveled up ship. So after leveling my ship up quite a bit, I did return and was finally able to capture the last one. It was King of the Castle, capture all forts. That was fun. We can get our next trophy called Memory of My Enemy, where we would have to collect 11 portraits that were scattered around the map. I did manage to collect some through our story, however, I was missing quite a few still. There were 3 that were connected to the new side content, such as Blackbeard, Maynard, and Steve Bonner. After collecting the remaining of the portraits out in the world and returning them back to the hideout, the trophy then popped.
Do you have somewhere else to be?
The Memory of My Enemy. Display all character portraits in the Great Inagua Manor. Not long after, I also got another miscellaneous trophy. To upgrade our ship to the max, we first had to get plans for each and every upgrade, which would then allow us to get the final tier. You could find these by following the treasure maps on an island, then following it to the spot to dig it up, which would then give us a set of plans, and you could also find them in the underwater shipwrecks that you explored going for the 7 Deadly Seas trophy. Before the plans now available, I finally got my ship to max level. Ship this. Fully upgrade the Jackdaw. Wasn't too bad. I feel like it was I feel like it was much harder in the original. With my fully upgraded ship, I then decided to go spearfishing, since I will have to land a perfect shot on a great white shark. Oh! I just did it. Perfect predator. Get a perfect harpoon shot on a great white shark. Sailing back to the island where we were introduced to crafting, I got another combat trophy. Oh, I can. Double tap. Parry 2 ocelot attacks in rapid succession. I also managed to explore the final location which was needed for the cartography trophy. Our next trophy was definitely my favorite and the most wholesome, since it had us going around and petting all 7 friendly animals.
Posed.
Yep, friend to all. Interact with all 7 friendly animals. Oh my god, that...
Come here, you.
The next trophy, however, wasn't so wholesome. It was the complete opposite, where we had to travel to Long Bay and... 3. Blow the man down. Shoot down all the hanging bodies in Long Bay. While raiding the ship, I was able to pop my final combat trophy. Oh, just like that. Caught them all. Catch at least 5 enemies with a single smoke bomb. Traveling back to Havana, I pretty much went around and terrorized the streets, since for the next trophy, I had to break 50 potted plants. Oh, there we go. Edward Catway, break 50 potted plants. Another thing that is definitely new to the remake is a treasure dealer. Here you can restore map pieces, weapons, and armors, and upon restoring one of the maps, you'll earn another trophy. Yep, restore and I get a trophy. 0 waste. Restore a map from map pieces. The next trophy I went for was a free one, where all I had to do was get absolute wasted, baby. Hungover. Wake up in a haystack. We now move on to everyone's favorite, and that is... gambling. Here I had to win in 3 of the different board games. The first one I decided to play was called Verona, which honestly sounds like a disease. While playing, I had no idea what I was doing the entire time. And how I won it, it was complete luck. The second one was another one I had no idea what to do, but it was definitely easier than the last one. And moving on to the third and last one, well, it was checkers, which at least I had some inkling on how to play it. And once I beat him, the trophy popped. Grand Master. Win at each of the different tavern games. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm dead. Bro, all he does is just run away. Oh my god. I died. That was so shit. Ladies and gentlemen, it was finally time to go and fight the legendary ships. There are a total of 5 of them that are scattered around the map, and oh boy, were we in for a treat. Cutscenes. Oh my god, first legendary ship. Oh, is this the really fast one? Oh my. I'm dead. There's no way I live this. If I beat this legendary ship with this much health, I'm the best.
Refin all tops!
Unfurl mains! Trim to, Jack!
Fire! Ease off the wind!
Douse the topsails!
Give me some speed! Brace for impact!
Yeah, I'm dead. Bro, all he does is just run away. Oh my god. This is how I have to fight it. I mean, it's working, so... Come on. It's so close. It's so close. Come on. Oh my god, if I die now, I'm rage quitting forever. Oh my god, thank god. That was only the first one as well. Oh.
Bring in the stunsails!
Oh my god, that was only the first one. Pause.
Fire! Give me some speed! Watch the fire! Fire!
Oh, parry. Oh my god. I died. Gah! That was so shit.
Reset yourself! Crowd on every inch of sail! Fire! Toast the gallants and royals! Loose
Oh,
and twin
bro,
crew!
what is this change in pattern?
Fire! Raise! Fire! Crews up! Eat her sticks! Get the mains free! Loose race for impact! Brace yourself! Fire! Fire! Loose and catch the waves! Brace yourself! Fire!
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Ease off the wind! Crowded all on! Fire! Race for impact! Fire!
This is gonna be close.
Haul in the stunsails! Fire! Raise! Fire! Fire! Brace yourself! Fire!
This is so close! Bro, turn around! Oh my god, thank god. I couldn't aim the barrels, but thank Jesus, and I died. Oh my... Come on, this is the easiest one by far, and I'm still struggling.
Race for impact!
Oh, that's so stupid. I get up.
Fire! Fire!
Come on. One more. One more brush. Yeah, see, that was definitely the easiest one. Ooh! No, no, no! Oh my god. Now, it's gonna miss. Oh my god! That's... Oh my... There we go. There's one. I'm literally at the same spot as I was. If he charges me, I'm so dead. I'm dead. Come on! Come on! Yeah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at my health!
All up the road.
Oh, I couldn't even look at the trophy, but hey, I got it. Oh, I'm literally shaking. If you can see me now, my hand can't keep still. Oh my god, that was torture. Ever since starting the cleanup phase of the game, I have been slowly working towards the main collectible trophy, which makes you fill all artwork slots and equipment slots in the Great Inagua manner. After hours of pond waiting, I finally got the final art piece and popped the trophy. I've been sitting here for hours. Fill all art collection and equipment slots in the Great Inagua Manor. Dilettante. We now only have one more trophy before we get the beautiful platinum, and that is Last to Leave, which is a very, very easy trophy. However, it is completely random, since you have to find a burning ship that has a chair you can sit on. And honestly, it felt like Lady Luck was not on my side, because not only did I miss the opportunity twice to get this trophy early in the game. Anyways, after hours of sailing around the world, I was hit with a stroke of luck. Wait. Oh, it's a chair, it's a chair, it's a chair, it's a chair, it's a chair. It's a chair, it's a chair, it's a chair, it's a chair. Get your ass on this ship. Oh, boys, the platinum. The platinum. Last to leave, take a seat on a burning ship. Oh, prizes, plunder, and adventure. Even with all the ridiculous RNG, Black Flag Resynced, in my personal opinion, is exactly what a remake should be. It is definitely one of the best looking games I have ever played. Not only does it stay true to the original, which is my favorite Assassin's Creed game, but it improves it in almost every way. So thank you for sticking with me throughout this adventure. You are all absolute legends. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to comment down below and let me know what game you'd like to see me platinum next. Until next time, take care.